Would you complete a sales transaction worth of 705 million dirhams that you committed to prior to this conflict if you believed that the market is going to crash or crashing in Dubai by 20 or 30%? Of course not. No rational investor would do this, knowing that every single investor who committed a transaction prior to the conflict has the opportunity to exit from that transaction and not to complete by letting go of their deposit of 5, 10 or 15%. This is what investors are telling you through their action, not through their words. About 15.6 billion dirham worth of transactions was registered in DLD in the second week of the conflict. The highest transaction was 705 million dirhams for a building on Sheikh Zayed Road. The second highest was a 422 million dirhams an Amman residence apartment. And the third highest was registered on the 16th of March for 240 million dirhams for a plot in Jabal Ali. When I talk about data and statistics in my previous videos, I've seen many comments saying, oh, but these are all transactions and it's not an indicator. It is an indicator of confidence in every way, shape, and form. But I tell you, what's causing more harm to the market today than the conflict itself is the misinformation or the misreading of information. One seller drops their price by whatever percentage, and then hundreds of brokers circulate messages on WhatsApp saying this is a distress deal. Although even not all these deals are actually distress. And even if you find a distress deal, this is a genuine opportunity for a broker to take to an investor and a genuine opportunity for liquid investor to actually buy out distressed deals or lower the market price. But if you look at the vast majority of the market, most sellers are actually pulling out their properties. They don't want to sell anymore. They don't want to talk about selling their properties during these uncertain times. Sellers are actually not dropping their prices, even though you always, in every market, in every cycle, you will always have some sellers who are more motivated than others, or some sellers who really have to exit because they took over leverage through mortgages or through off-plan properties that I mentioned in my previous videos. But if you find any of these deals as a liquid buyer, it's a genuine opportunity for you to buy. Statistically speaking, 60% of Dubai real estate market transactions are actually cash buyers and not mortgage. This market is not driven by mortgage. Even when the interest rate went up, mature markets were impacted. Dubai real estate market showed resilience because it's cash driven. What does that mean? That means these sellers who are not budging, and this is for sure the vast majority in today's market, they're not budging because they still believe in this market. Although they have full equity invested in these properties, if they believe that the market will crash, they would all sell. You would see a free fall in the market that we're not seeing today. But I can tell you, I'm not here to sugarcoat what's happening. I'm not here to even undermine or belittle the magnitude of this event, especially for a city like Dubai and a market like Dubai real estate market. And I can tell you what you can expect is probably lower number of transactions, lower volume of transactions, which is normal. Many sellers are pulling their properties out of the market. Maybe some buyers are panicking, or some buyers got genuinely affected in their personal businesses. Although they committed transactions before, maybe they want extensions or they don't want to continue to complete these transactions. It's normal to see lower volume of transactions. That is not a crash, and that is not a full stop for the Dubai real estate market. And one thing most people undermine and don't talk about is the fact that once this conflict settles, and it will settle, even the First and the Second Worldwide War did settle, and people continued to build post that. So this will come to an end, and trust me, Dubai government, even if you look at the last 20 years in Dubai, Dubai government is not a passive government. The leadership is not a passive leadership. They will not just look at the market and say, okay, let's wait for the market to recover. No, they will be very proactive in bringing stimulus to the market to make sure that the market recovers and bounce back faster than any other market in the region and faster than any other market in the world that got hit by such events. So make sure that you interpret the market in the right way and stay tuned for more videos. I'm not gonna ever sugarcoat the reality. I will always tell you the truth and what I believe in, no matter what.